In this example, we can see the job control language coded for a particular batch job. In this case, the job consists of two steps that will be executed one right after the other. The first step reads input data and sorts it, while the second step takes the sorted data and produces reports. In this example, we are logged on to a TSO session and editing a particular file that contains the JCL for the job that we wish to run. On the command line, we can type in submit, which will then submit the work to be run under the ZOS environment. You can see the message at the bottom indicating that the job GATOM-E and the identifier it has been assigned have now been submitted. So when I want to take a look at what this looks like in the system log, I have it set up so that I can immediately go over to the log, and in the log itself, here we get our notification message indicating that the job has completed, and when we go to take a look at it, we can see here is where we have a message indicating that the job has started. Here's our message indicating that the job has ended. Here's a message indicating that we have sent the notification that the job has been completed. So this is the nature of how we would submit batch work in the ZOS environment. We have the JCL, we submit it, it gets executed then by the initiator, and when the job terminates, we get notified upon its completion. Once the batch job completes, the output will be stored in an output queue and can be viewed online. In this case, we are using a product called SDSF, although others are available, and it can be used to view output and control the authorizations required to look at other work as well as issue commands. This will be examined in more detail in a later unit, but for now our primary purpose is simply to illustrate how the interaction for batch jobs operate. Now let's take a look at the job that we had previously run and examine the output produced. This output is capable of being processed on an actual printer, or it may be retained online for viewing. Many installations also use additional software to archive such output so that in the event that a report is lost, it can be easily recreated from the archive database. Now in this example, we can see the job out here now in the output queue. So when I come down, I can select this particular job and for viewing. So in this particular case now, what I can do is that by placing a question mark on this command line, I can see all of the output that was produced by this particular job. And this will be something that you can relate to better once we get an understanding of exactly how to code up JCL. But at this point, most of this is going to consist of status messages with the job as well as the reports that have been produced. So scrolling down here, I can take a look then and select any given report to take a look at, and here we can see the output that has been produced by this particular job having been run. So again, this is a vehicle that we can use then to take a look at the output that we have generated from this particular batch job. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and end this session and now examine a couple of the primary data set types that we will be using in the ZOS environment.